I've been telling myself for a good couple months now that there's going to be the right time to make some videos. I'm going to be in the mood for it, and that never happens. I never want to do this, but I'm going to persist now. Like my hair. I don't really give a fuck. So I'm Jonathan George, and on Facebook my name is Johnny Ameru Ryan, and I'm the lead researcher for the DAVINCI Code, and as a thank you for my dedication and assistance to Dan, he based the character Zachary Solomon, also known as MALACHI, on me. So I get to be a supervillain in a book about, I don't know, bullshit. It's pretty much a bullshit book. It ends the same way the X-Files does. And if you didn't notice, the DAVINCI Code also starts the same way that one of the X-Files episodes starts, with blood written on the wall. He has no problem plagiarizing from anyone, which is why he was sued for plagiarizing. And then the judge responded in some Smitty code, because, it's England, they're royalty, so they don't really care. And then nobody got the judge's barely literate code he responded with, so the judge started sending hints to one of the attorneys, and it was stupid, but basically it was they were like, yeah, you ripped off 17 specific points from Holy Blood, Holy Grail by Lee and Lee Teabing, and he used their names too. He just rearranged one of the letters, Lee Teabing. Awful stuff. So those guys died soon after the lawsuit broke, and everyone was like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, because all the promotion they're getting for their books. They went bankrupt and then died a few years later. Stress totally ruined them. And the reason why, besides the good old boys club of bullshit royalty worshipping, I don't know, royalty's fucking whatever, who gives a shit, but just the old boys network, I mean, because Lee Bajent and Lee, I'm gonna keep saying it wrong because the character Lee Teabing, even though Dan ripped off a lot of their book, and he acknowledged it to them, because their book was a non-fiction, it was decided that any facts presented in a non-fiction book couldn't be copyrighted, which is ludicrous because it was speculation, but that's the way that game was played. And Graham Hancock's really respected in the well, if you know who he is, then I don't have to tell you who the community is of people who know what they're talking about. He says that their untimely demise was essentially due to the stress of the lawsuit with Dan. And that's part one.